Okay, good evening, everybody. This is the beginning of our summer session. It is July 7th, 2025. And just noticed one little mistake. There we go, starting all over. Okay, welcome everybody. It is July 7th, 2025. My name is George McKibbens. A few of you know me. I will be your instructor this semester for Distance Learning 2. That is the name of this class. And we'll begin. So our schedule is this. And now when I write the schedule right up here, you'll see you might see a word that a word or two that you might want to write down. So here we go. Our schedule, we will meet Monday evenings at 8 p.m. So you're all here. Congratulations, you have arrived. Excellent. Nefi, you were worried. You were worried. You came here at 7:50, right? And you were worried because it was only you?
Whoa.
You were so worried? Well, guess what? You have arrived. Class started at 8, so you have nothing to worry about. So you just came a little bit early. So congratulations to everybody who has arrived to class on time. Now, this is the only live class of the week. Live. So capital L-I-V-E means live, in the moment. So every Monday night we meet right here and we go over the work that we did throughout the week. Now, we have another class on Wednesday, and here's a fancy word. Wednesday, you'll have an asynchronous, really fancy, you might want to write it down. Asynchronous assignment, fancy words. Only English teachers use these words. So, asynchronous assignment for Monday. I'm sorry, for Wednesday. Asynchronous assignment. And then Friday, we have another asynchronous assignment.
Today or Wednesday or Friday?
Yes, to add all of those. Monday, yes. Wednesday, yes. Friday, yes. But here's the thing. Live, who could tell me what the word live means? What is live?
So you can say like, what does this context? Or do you want me to say like,
Say it again, Adi.
So, yeah. So what's the question? The meaning of the word live in general?
Yeah.
Just
What does
like
it mean, live?
in this context?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Well, that's the proper of the things to be alive, like animals, plants, human beings.
It means together in the same time. So we're meeting alive at the same time, which is more traditional. Now, Wednesday, this is where the fancy word comes in. It's asynchronous, which means I'll post an assignment that you complete on your own. So this is where, and I'll go over this throughout the semester. Wednesday, you'll have an assignment on Google Classroom to complete on your own, and I'll give you a deadline to complete that, and that'll be your attendance for Wednesday. Wednesday is not live. It means you have an assignment you do by yourself, you turn it in to me, I give you feedback, and you have to turn it in by the due date on Wednesday. It's actually much more difficult than what we're doing right now. Much, much harder. Everybody, turning on the Zoom link was very easy because you're here and you get credit for being here. Easy. Wednesday is much harder because you have to complete a task on your own to get credit. So Friday is the same. You'll have another asynchronous assignment to complete on your own. And that's how you get credit for Friday. So one day is live. That's Monday evening. Wednesday, you have a work you do on your own. I take a look at the work. I give you feedback. You respond with comments. Friday, same thing. I give you an assignment. You give me feedback, and I have to turn in the attendance at the end of the week every Friday afternoon by 4 o'clock. So if you don't turn in your Wednesday assignment on Wednesday and your Friday assignment on Friday, you get no attendance, no credit. And it's not a problem because there's always more people coming to America wanting to learn English. Easy, no problem. But I want you to stay in the class so you can learn and have fun and we can grow together and enjoy ourselves. So that's it. You have Monday live, Wednesday an assignment on your own, asynchronous, Friday an assignment on your own. So that's how distance learning works together. And that's why we call it distance learning, because everyone is in a different place at a different time. You have different schedules, and this allows everybody to learn, even though you can't physically be in the same place at the same time. It's a beautiful thing. It's wonderful. So, any questions so far?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
And what time? Wednesday and Friday.
I'll give you, I'll post the time on Google Classroom. I'll go over that when we go over Google Classroom. I've actually already posted the first 2 assignments for the week.
Specific times.
You will see it later in the class. I'm going to go over it on Google Classroom in a minute.
Good evening.
All the day. All the day.
Yep. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you check Google Classroom ahead of time
Yes.
each week.
I try for me maybe it's a little difficult.
Well, you haven't tried. What you're doing is you're already doubting yourself.
Yeah, I try maybe too much.
No,
3, 4.
no, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Yes.
Don't doubt yourself. You'll be just fine. So, any other questions?
Hi, teacher. Hi,
Hi.
teacher.
Yeah.
Hi,
Please,
everyone.
hi. You came a little bit late, and you have your camera off. So I don't even know what your name is. Please turn your camera on and add your name. I don't know who you are. Okay. All right. So first thing we want to do is actually, I'm going to go over Zoom features right now.
Teacher,
Is that Doris?
yes. We need PIN to enter to Google Classroom or no?
No.
Okay.
It's a beautiful thing. So here's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to give you the agenda for this evening. All right. And I'm actually going to do this first.
Hello.
You keep saying hello. I need to please add your name. Okay. Please put your name on your profile. All right. Okay. All right. So here we are. Now, this is the agenda for the evening. Welcoming everybody to class. This is Distance Learning 2. And now we're going to go over these Zoom features. That's the features of the platform we're on right now. We'll practice using all of them together so you get familiar with that. Then we're going to go over using WhatsApp and Google Classroom. After that, we'll probably take a break right here in the middle. We'll see how far we get. I'm going to introduce a lecture, and then I'm going to introduce vocabulary. And at the end of class, I'm going to introduce to you the first 2 assignments. So remember, for those who just came in, you want to be following each assignment to get credit for each day. So this is our agenda for tonight. And Zoom features. Zoom features, that's a platform we're on right now. For some of you who are more or less familiar with it, we'll go over each of them. All right. So here we go. Zoom basics. I'm going to underline the first one, and I'd like everybody to practice pronunciation. You can turn your microphones on and practice pronunciation with me, please. Here we go. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn
Yep.
your camera on.
Turn your camera on.
Turn your camera on.
Turn your camera on.
Turning your camera on.
Turn
Very
your
good.
camera on.
Turn your camera
Turn
on.
your camera on.
Turn your camera on.
Next up, turn your camera off.
Turn your
your
camera off.
Turn your camera on.
Turn your camera off.
Turn your
Camera off.
Turn your camera off.
Camera.
Turn your camera off.
Very good. So when I take attendance, that's going to be when I send you to a breakout room. I'll show you what that is shortly. When you go into breakout rooms, you want to make sure that you are following along with the assignment and that you have your camera on discussing what we'll discuss in the breakout rooms. So that'll be very important. So remember, when if I can't tell if somebody's really there, I'll say, please turn your camera on. You want to know what that means. You can practice. Everybody, please practice turning your camera off. Everybody, please practice turning your camera off.
Turn your
camera off. Camera.
Your camera off.
Okay. Everyone, please. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, Nefe, you can turn your camera off.
Yeah, now?
Yep, we're practicing using all the
Yes.
features. Priscilla, Reed, Judith, also very good.
Camera.
So now this is where we got to practice. Everybody, look at the toolbar. Find the camera feature. Find the camera.
Camera.
Very good. Find the camera.
Camera.
And it's this one right here. Does everybody see that feature right there? That's your camera.
Yes.
Very good. So get familiar with
Is it
the
camera?
Yes. You know.
Excellent. Okay. Now let's practice again. Let's turn the camera on.
Camera
Turn
on.
your camera on.
Turn my camera on.
Turn your
Turn your
camera
camera on.
Here I am.
Turn your camera
Okay, camera on.
Turn your camera on. Your camera.
Turn your camera on.
Camera off. Camera off.
No
Camera.
Camera.
Good.
Camera.
Abdul Denis.
Camera.
Camera.
Very
Camera.
good.
Camera. No.
Camera on. Turn your
Turn
camera on.
Turn your camera on.
Very good. Okay, now
Camera on.
this one, everybody follow me. Mute yourself.
Mute
yourself.
Yourself.
Mute
I'm-
yourself.
Mute yourself. That's the
Mute
microphone.
yourself.
I'm gonna mute myself right now. Everybody try to mute yourself.
Yeah.
Mute myself.
Mute yourself.
Yeah.
Let's see. My
It's
phone
off.
was mute.
Mute yourself is off.
Mute yourself. Mute yourself.
Mute yourself.
Now remember,
Mute
practice muting
yourself.
yourself. Everybody hit the microphone button to mute yourself, because sometimes there's noise. If you have a
Then-
family, you live in one room
Yeah.
with 8 people,
Mm.
10 people, 100 people, it can get really loud. So you want to practice muting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is the basics, okay? All right. Now, next thing I'm going to show you,
Yes.
Write in the chat.
right in the
Right.
chat.
In the chat.
Right.
Right in the chat.
Chat
Right in the
button that
Right
looks like
in the
Right.
Write in the
Right.
chat.
In the chat.
a chat.
Right
Chat.
in the chat.
Chat.
Your mic.
Right in the chat.
I did it. Right in the chat.
Very good.
Mhm.
All
Right.
right, now I'm going to write in the chat. I'm going to ask everybody a question.
Right in
Okay.
the chat.
I'm going to ask everybody a question, and you can all practice writing in the chat. Here we go.
Mute yourself.
Right in the chat.
Elsa, just to give a big yawn, so I muted her. Okay, I just asked everybody a question. Please try to answer the question. I'll write it again. Okay, take a look in the chat and everybody try to, okay, Melson, just answer the question, okay?
Right.
Very good. So we got one student who is ready, who could answer the question in the chat. Let's go. Everybody try to answer the question in the chat.
I already answered. It's not only me. I see so many people answering.
Actually, no, only one person answered the question. Two now. Two have answered.
My answer come before. I don't know. I see my answer before your question, but I said not that much.
iPhone 7, what is your real name?
Nolly. Nolly.
Please change your name.
I try every time with the other teacher, but it still come with.
Look on the upper right-hand side, you'll see 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, and that's where you can change your name. So right where you see a profile, there's 3 little dots, and when you click that, you should be able to change your name. Okay, so I see several answers to this question. Some people said yes, some people said so-so.
Yes.
People said hi, everybody.
Mhm.
Said, I'm not a fan.
I say hi, everybody.
Yes. Another person said, hi, teacher, yes. Another person says, no, not very much. Another person says, no, not really. Another person says, I like it, but not all the time since it's not that healthy. Okay. All right, so we have 6 answers to the question. So 6 of you have been able to write in the chat, but I see about 18 people here. So can everybody try to write in the chat? Actually, I'll give another example. I'll write another question. Okay, I just wrote another question in the chat. Everybody try to practice answering. So the second question I put in the chat. And now notice the second question requires a little more of a complex sentence, not just a yes or no. Does everybody see the second question?
I'm coming, ma'am. Yes, I'm coming. Oh, about that, Daddy. I'm in class left out.
So right now it might be a good chance to mute yourself. There you go. All right. Okay, Judith answered the question. Okay, Judith, where do you shop for the food you need?
Yes. Oh, okay. Let me put in the chat.
Perfect. So some people have said yes, they can find, if they don't like American food, they can find the food they need. Some people say yes. One person said, Arthur says, everyone is okay. Or Arthur asked a question. So Arthur asked everybody a question in chat. Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Adi says, I guess almost everyone can. It's a very international city. All right. Priscilla says, yes, I can find a Brazilian supermarket. Paula says, in Boston, there are many different types of food. Neffy says, I like American food. I like tacos. And that's ironic. Well, we could say an adopted American food from our neighbor to the south. Yeah, it's very much become an American diet, sure. Judith, it looks like you are very healthy. Rice and beans and vegetables. Felipe, who I know, in fact, is a very good cook because of what he brought to the graduation ceremony. Felipe says, I like American food, but sometimes I like something different. I can find here what I like. Okay, it looks like everybody has found a way to live their life in Boston. That's good to know, good to hear. All right, excellent. So these are the basic Zoom features. Now, we're turning our microphones on and off, turning our cameras on and off. One of the last features I'm going to practice with you are your reactions. And sometimes if I'll ask everybody a question, I don't want everybody to shout at once. So I'll ask you to go to this. Does everybody see the heart and it says reactions? It's a little feature on the toolbar that says reactions. That's where you'll find your emojis. And there you go. Nolly, good job. Miss Benoit, very good. You're now pro. Adi, very good. Does everybody see what Nolly and Adi are doing? They're giving emojis. So sometimes if it's a big class, I think there's about 28 people who signed up for this class. Sometimes I'll ask a question and everybody want to shout the answer. I'll say, give me a hand raising emoji. So everyone go to the reactions tool feature on your toolbar and try the hand raising emoji. Very good. Is that perfect, Felipe? Perfect, Nolly. Perfect, Yasio. Okay, very good. Good job, Paula. Abdias, very good. Judith, nice work. Excellent.
O meu não vai.
It's usually, it could be depending on the, Priscilla, if you're using an iPhone, it'll probably look like a little heart like this on your toolbar. Yeah, that's it, that's it. Do you see it?
No, mas don't work.
It's okay, just keep looking on the toolbar on your, whatever device you're
It's on
using.
the top.
It's on the top.
On the
Let
top
me
of the
check.
emoji.
Well, it looks different depending on what device you're
Let
using
me see.
right now.
Oh, yeah, mine's not the top.
Everyone's looks a little bit different.
Let me see.
You just got to play around with it.
Oh, now I can see.
There you go. There you go. So, yay, Priscilla, you did it. You did it. See,
I can do.
success. You did it, Priscilla. Good work. There we go. Verioska, Emilia, how you feeling? Welcome back, ladies. We don't see your lovely faces. Just want to make sure you're doing okay.
Teacher. Sorry, I am driving, okay?
Oh, yeah, no, don't look at the camera. If you're, okay, everybody, nobody do what Verioska is doing because you're going to die. That doesn't look good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Are you working right now? You driving Lyft or something?
I finished, yeah.
Okay. We'll get home safe. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So those are all the Zoom features we're going to go over right now. So on Monday evenings, we meet on Zoom, and you want to be familiar with all these features. Oh, the last thing, does everybody see these two? This is called front light. You see this guy right here? And this is what's called backlight. Now, you want to practice using the rooms in your house, making sure you have some kind of front light. So, and we meet at night, so it's a little dark. Wherever the light is coming from, try to get a little bit of light on your face. I'll give you an example why. So right now I have a little bit of front light, just a little bit, so you can see my face. But watch what happens if I have only backlight.
Has a backlight?
Yeah, now I only have backlight, so the light's only behind me. I look kind of like this guy.
I have a front light.
Now I have a little bit of front light. You see the difference?
Yeah.
So there's the front light and there's the back light.
Yes, different, more dark.
Now, there you go. Now, so here's the difference. Every day we meet on Zoom, you want to treat this like you're getting a job. So I'm going to ask somebody who's new to the class. Paula, you own a company. You're the boss. You're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Congratulations. You're a multimillionaire. Now, you need to hire somebody to work for your company. Which one do you give the job? This guy or this guy? Who gets the job, Paula?
Front light.
Yeah. Why does this guy get the job? Not this guy. Sorry, buddy. No job for you. Why? Who could tell me why? It's almost obvious. Of course, you give that guy the job. Look at me. You can see my face. Oh, my face is gone. I have no face.
Yeah.
The identity it's not really well. You don't see the face.
People want a face. You're not going to
Oh.
hire somebody who doesn't have a face.
Is that why even when you're making a picture for the passport, they have you to have nothing, nothing who can change your face. They you need your really face.
Exactly, exactly. So make sure you come to class. Remember, you want to bring your English and bring your face when you come to class. Bring your face.
Teacher, I'm sorry. I was asking a question
Yeah, what's that?
before about was talking about the three models that you will use Monday and
Yeah,
Friday. Where we will find the thing to do home? Where we will find it?
that's on Google Classroom. I'm going to get to that very soon, very soon. We're still on using the Zoom features, but I'm going to show you our Google Classroom features
Okay.
very, very soon. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Other
Right.
students have asked the same question. I've said, hold on, we'll get there.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
You're welcome. All right. So these are all of our Zoom features. So this is just for Monday night when we meet on Zoom. Now, we also use WhatsApp and Google Classroom. So here you go, Nolly. Now I'm going to answer your question. So we also use WhatsApp and Google Classroom. WhatsApp is for general information. Google Classroom is where you turn in all of your assignments for the week. So all the work you do for the class, that's here. And this is for general information, notices, that sort of thing. Now, I'm going to first go over WhatsApp. So here's a question. And about 3 or 4 of you are returning students to the class. You might have seen this before, but even if you have, it's still a good review. Okay, do I have a volunteer to read the slide, what I wrote here on the top? Do I have one volunteer?
When is the best to send? When is the best to send the teacher a DM, and when is it okay to message the whole class?
All right, so that's something to think about. Everybody, think for a minute. That's a question for everybody. And when you're ready to answer the question, you can use the hand raising emoji. So when you get on WhatsApp, you see the whole group, with everybody in it. And then you also see the individual students you can message, and you see the teacher, that's me. When do you want to directly message the teacher? When do you want to share something with the whole class? Think about it. When you have the answer, give me a hand raising emoji. Take your time. When should you direct message the teacher? When should you share with the whole class? Judith.
When you need an information directly about the homework, it's very important to go to the teacher directly, but it's not important to go to the Google Class for the WhatsApp for all class.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Specific question just for the teacher. Ask the teacher directly. That's pretty good. Anybody else?
And this should be the opposite. When you want to share something with everybody, you will go to the WhatsApp group so everyone can be aware of what you want to do.
Nolly said sharing. That's a good word. When should we share and when should we not share? That's really what this is about. Adi.
Okay, so I think if the question is about English, so we can probably share it with the whole classroom. And then if it is something personal, maybe like excusing ourselves, like why we didn't go to the class or something like that, like personal stuff, we should deal with that kind of things in the personal chat.
What you said is absolutely correct, but you spoke English really, really quickly. If you understood what Adi said, give me, no, it's okay. Give me a hand raising emoji if you could repeat what Adi just said. He was absolutely right, but it was really, really fast. Okay, I'll repeat exactly what he said, but summarize a little bit. He said, if it's personal information, just tell the teacher directly. But if it's something related to the classwork, go ahead and share with everybody. Is that correct, Adi?
Yeah, that's it.
And he's absolutely right. So that's what we want to go over right now. So think before you send anything on WhatsApp, think about who you're what you're sending and who you're sending to, and make sure you're not sharing too much. So here is the first example. Now, should we DM the teacher or send this to the whole class? Priscilla, I see your hand up. Go ahead and read this for me.
Oh, I think they send the AD.
I saw your hand up, so I was going to ask you to read. Teacher?
Oh, yeah, it's because he told me, he said the same, I think, about it.
Oh, no, I was asking, can I get a volunteer to read?
Okay,
Yep.
I think.
No. Can you read what I'm underlining?
Yeah.
Teacher, this link is not
Please,
working.
one moment, I am to talk.
No, I'm just asking you to read what's on the screen. Go for it, Nolly, yes, go for it.
Teacher, this link is not working. Please resend. Thank you.
Very good, excellent. So should we direct message this to the teacher or share with the whole class? Melson, what do you think?
The whole class?
Melson says the whole class. Everybody agree, disagree?
It can be for both.
Arthur, what do you think?
Yes, me too.
I agree because
I prefer sharing with the whole class.
Yeah, this is fine to share with the whole class because everybody should know. And it's very common. Sometimes I'll send a link and maybe like one or two parts of the link are missing and it won't open and I'll have to resend it.
half people can have the same problem.
Yeah, so this is a perfect example of something you can share with the whole class. Oh, teacher, please resend. It doesn't work. Perfect example. Excellent. And I'll say, oh, thank you very much. And I'll resend. Excellent.
And someone will say, I thought it was only mine which was working, but it's for everyone. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is this is appropriate to share with the whole class because it's something everybody needs to know. Excellent. Now, here we go. Let's get another volunteer. Who would like to volunteer for this one? You could throw up a hand raising emoji. Anybody?
I can, teacher.
Go for it, okay?
Teacher, I don't like turning my camera on during class because my house has blown on the wall. Thank you for you understand.
Very good.
It's private.
Yeah, this would be sharing too much.
This one started to.
Yeah, and a lot of people oftentimes at El Centro like to share too much. Because they get you, when you learn a new language, you want to practice all your English, and you get so excited to practice your English, you share too much. So always stop, think before you send in the WhatsApp group.
Oh, this is private for only the teacher.
There you go. All that stuff. Yeah. So think, does everybody do all 28 people in the class need to know what I'm about to share? That's what you want to think about.
Class because my
a lot of you might work very dangerous jobs. Very often students at El Centro get injured during the day. If you're working construction, if you're working at a restaurant in front of a fire or something like that. So oftentimes our students get injuries and message the whole class from the hospital and say things like, hey teacher, I'm at the hospital. Look at this, and send a picture. No, thank you. No, thank you. Don't share too much. So that's something you all want to keep in mind. Now, here's another example. Let's get another volunteer who wants to read. Yasio, go for it.
Teacher, I got a letter from US that says I should leave the country in 30 days. Is it serious?
All right. Should we direct message the teacher or share with the whole?
I think it's private.
Direct to the teacher.
It's for us,
Right.
yeah.
That's right. That's right. All right. So this is another example of sharing too much. Personal information, be careful before you send it to the whole class. Anything personal before you send. And it's very difficult when you get excited about practicing your English. Oh, I spelled everything correctly. And then you share with the whole class. So think before you send. And all of these things have really happened before. People share too much. All right.
And this will keep happening, teacher. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone else? Okay, Judith, go for it.
Teacher, my cat has diarrhea. I'm so sad. I don't come to class today.
Direct message or tell the whole class?
But direct message.
Yeah, and even so, like I would say, just tell me you're not happy. I don't need to know this. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Very good. So yes.
Yeah, it's what I will say. Sometimes even if for the teacher, you have to say all those things. You just let the teacher know that you will not be able to stay, but the diary of your cards.
There you go. People tell me all kinds of things I don't need to know. Exactly.
Excuse me, teacher. The pronunciation for say that's diarrhea.
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 Okay, I am going to ask the teacher the pronounce.
And if you've traveled the world, traveled the world, you'll be very familiar with this.
Diarrhea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Diarrhea. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Here's another. Let's get another volunteer.
Teacher.
The front door is locked.
Teacher, speak up. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Neffy.
Yeah. I think maybe it's better to to
The front door of the
Oh,
building
Effie,
is
are you
locked.
reading? Are you reading what's on
Many
the screen?
cars
the
are
lesson is
downstairs.
classmate.
We
Oh,
can.
hang on. Neffy, are you reading what's on the screen?
I in the chat. I read in the chat.
Oh, okay. I was asking for a volunteer to read this.
I
Teacher,
don't.
the front
Can
door
you read,
of the
teacher?
building is locked.
I don't read this.
Many of
Okay,
us
that's what I'm
don't
asking.
pay, but we can get it.
Very good. Okay, Gree, very good. Teacher, the front door of the building is locked. Many of us are downstairs, but we can't get in. Should be in. Is this something direct message or tell the whole class?
The whole class.
The whole
Very
class.
good. Tell the whole class.
All
Tell the
class.
whole class. Yeah, so an example of something, this wouldn't happen in distance learning because we're all together, but this is exactly what, it's an example of something everybody needs to know, like the link doesn't work, that kind of thing. All right, so
How is the right there?
what are you talking about, Neffy?
How is the right there? I
I
don't
don't
write
understand
there.
your question.
I don't write there. Don't read. I don't read there.
She's still on the camera. On the
Right.
camera.
Well, I'm not sure what you're asking. You're asking me how I write on my own screen?
How?
Oh yeah, that's a feature. It's a teaching tool. It's called annotation teaching tool. All right, very good. So, oh, before I
Just go to your sorry teacher, just go to your left in the page you will see the screen where we are.
Oh, so Neffy, how I write on my screen, it's my own teaching tool. It's and it's called annotation.
I don't.
No, you don't write on my
It's on the
screen. I write on my
side.
I don't
write on
know.
my screen. No, you don't need to worry about it. Just make sure you take your own notes and follow along. All right. Now I'm going to the Google Classroom page. This is it. So here's the Google Classroom page, and I've already posted the first 2 assignments. And here it is. So when you go to Distance Learning 2, you can see what assignments there are, where it says classwork. This is for Friday, and this is for Wednesday next week. So, oh, I'm sorry. This one is for Friday, and this is for Wednesday next week. So it says, you see how it says due date June 11th, 12 p.m., due date June 16th. And did I give a time, specific time? Hang on one second. There we go, 12 p.m.
Teacher.
Student.
I only have the Burlington. I don't have the Google Class.
Yeah. Well, we're not using Burlington here. So for everybody, I sent the Google Classroom link in the last week. And if you're not in there, you want to get in there for Wednesday. Now, Wednesday, I'm going to start very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. I'm actually right here, I'm showing you a list of vocabulary words I'm going to go over and a lecture that we're going to discuss. And Nolly, would you read what I wrote here? This is the Google Classroom stream.
Oh.
Read, please.
Okay. Let's say, in the Todd Rose lecture, write a comment below explaining how he compared American education to research done by the U.S. Air Force. Write your comment in 25 to 35 words before 12 p.m. on Wednesday, July 9th. Oh, 9th. This will count as your participation for Wednesday's class.
Very good, very good. So starting very easy, just a few sentences, but it's forcing you to access Google Classroom for those who are not familiar with this. And this is just a group chat. So we're going to watch a lecture. I'm going to teach you vocabulary, and then you want to ask the simple question, how does he compare two things? There's a comparison between two things, and you want to be able to think about it before Wednesday and write in 25 to 35 words or more, just a few sentences. So it's forcing you to use the new vocabulary you're going to learn and then write a comment. That'll be just for Wednesday's participation. It'll force you to really, really think about something new. So that's for Wednesday. And then following that, you'll see on classwork for Friday, this assignment. And then for next week, we're going to use the first NGen assignment. I'm not going to assign an NGen lesson until next week because I think with this, everybody's got to get first used to just using Google Classroom. So these are for the next 3 days, for the next 2 days, you want to get familiar with Google Classroom. We'll meet back again on Monday evening next week. We'll see how everybody did following along. And then I'm going to introduce the next lesson, which will be on NGen. Now, so this is how we use Google Classroom. Remember, you have to follow along, participate for Wednesday and Friday. Any questions?
I don't have. You say I will find the
No,
link.
you already said that. I'm aware. I'm gonna
No, the link. I will find it.
Teacher.
Where?
I'm gonna resend it. You
Or
already
I
said.
can get the Google Classroom. I need a password for
I'm gonna
that.
share it right now. I shared it last week. I'm gonna share it again. So there it is. There you go. Okay. It's in the WhatsApp group now. There you go.
Okay.
There you are. All right. So moving right along. We'll take a break in about 5 minutes, but first I'm going to introduce a lecture and some vocabulary that we're going to learn. So here we are. All right, so for tonight, I'm going to introduce three vocabulary words, just three. The rest are on the Google Classroom stream, but this is a phrase, and it's a really tricky one to say. Everybody follow along. A statistical myth. Practice pronunciation. A statistical myth.
Statistical myth.
Statistical myth.
Statistical myth.
Very good.
Statistical myth.
Statistical myth. Watch my mouth. I'll shine the light right on my face here. Statistical myth. See how I squint?
Statistical myth.
Very good.
Statistic myth.
Dimensions.
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 Jagged profile.
Jagged profile.
Jagged profile.
Jagged profile.
Jagged profile.
Jagged profile. Adjustable.
Adjustable.
So just those four vocab words for tonight. The rest you can study on your own for Wednesday. But I'm going to try to see who can tell me what do you think these words mean. What are dimensions? Give me a hand raising emoji. What's a dimension?
What's the dimension? What is
Dimension.
What is the dimension of the
Is your
problem?
It's
the large, short,
mental.
small.
Use your hand raising emoji. Very good. Nolly, what's a dimension?
Oh, when you talk the dimension, you see that's mean that have to see with the amount, the capacity. I don't know if I'm doing same thing.
You can say when you
Capacity or the
better.
The dimension are
dimension. What is the dimension? The grade or the magnitude? I don't know if I'm on the
Pretty
right
close.
way.
So here's
Brian discuss.
About the
what's that, Neffy? What is that?
Brian discuss.
Blind discuss?
Brian discuss.
Brain discuss.
Brain, yes, brain discuss.
Not exactly. Not exactly.
Yeah,
Here's an example. This is a 2-dimensional image, and this is a 3-dimensional image.
Okay, it's
size.
When you measure the side of something.
Size.
Yeah. Right. That's it. The features.
Magnitude,
size, physical features.
size.
Exactly. So dimensions is a word they use about physical features, the dimensions. If you're moving into an apartment, you think, does my couch fit here? Will my table fit here? Those are dimensions.
Disequilibrium brain.
Try to keep it simple, Neffy. It just size and features. What does this word mean? Adjustable.
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 Adjustable when you fix something in this space.
Say it again, Judith.
Adjustable.
Adjustable when you fix something and for a space. For example, I adjust the table in my home.
Sure, you adjusted the table to made it smaller or bigger. Yeah, adjust.
Something you can make
Adjustable. When I fix something, I buy one dress and the dress is big for my body.
So you made an adjustment. Adjustment. To adjust, a synonym of adjust is to change. To adjust is to change.
Or fix it.
Always do some adjustment in the
These are
body.
all what's called synonyms. Now, these are a little more tricky because they're not single words, they're phrases. What is a statistical myth?
Yes, what is myth?
Yeah, it's a phrase. Statistical myth.
What does it mean, teacher?
So let's break it down. So what is a myth? What's mythology?
Myth.
What's a myth? M-I-T-H. Myth.
Horse without head.
About myself.
Something not real.
Tradition or
something that is not real. Exactly. Something that's not real. Now, what does it mean statistical?
Distribute.
What are statistics?
Statistics.
Maybe a pronostic, when we a pronostic from a statistical, a pronostic.
evaluation. No.
Adi, you had your hand up. Did you have a guess?
Okay, so statistical for me is like when you say things like 20 out of every 100 person are runners, for example.
Exactly.
Like when you take a sample and when you like figure out how many people inside that sample do something.
Exactly. It's some kind of information based on data.
Characteristic.
Right. Data. So some data-driven information. So if you take data and you take a myth and you put it together as one phrase, a statistical myth would be what?
A statistical myth.
Something that is widely believed but not actually true. That's a
Oh,
myth. It's something many people believe that's not in fact true, not accurate.
yeah, like some traditions, some costumes,
Anything.
saying that. Okay.
Yeah, a statistical myth. Jagged profile. A profile is like dimensions, features. Jagged is like this. Not straight, not curvy, but
Irregular, like
jagged. A jagged profile.
yeah,
So
this is irregular teacher, something like that.
irregularities, exactly. Something irregular. Irregularities, exactly. Very good. So you're all learning a language. Maybe you're really good at listening, but really bad at speaking. Maybe you're really good at reading, but not so great at writing. That would be a jagged profile. Jagged profile. So we're just going to focus on those words. And now it's time to take a break. I'm going to give you 10 minutes and we'll meet back in 10 minutes. Here we go. So grab something to drink, do what you need to do.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Here we go. Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right, everybody, 10-minute timer, take a break. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. All right, everybody. So I'm going to introduce a lecture that we're going to use for the next, for the rest of this week. And it's by a gentleman named Todd Rose. So the title of this is called The Myth of Average. Now we know what the word myth means, but who could tell me the word myth, something that is not necessarily true, but is often believed? Who could tell me what the word average means? What is average?
It's average, Mr. George. It's about wow, the name is not score. It's like a score.
Importance of value.
Say it again.
Importance or value.
Not necessarily. Not. It could be a score. It could be important, but that's not exactly what the word average means.
Equation.
Yeah, keep going, Paula.
I don't know how do you say equation. Plus, less. I don't know.
So average means average is, I'll give you a synonym. Average means most or ordinary. Most, ordinary, or general.
Teacher.
Yeah.
If you don't have force, maybe do research, what I can answer about the result.
Well, we're going to get to that in a minute. But this is what the word average means. It means most, ordinary, general, or usual. If I say an average person, it means a usual person, not special.
Yeah, it's average.
Not special. That's what the word average means. Not ordinary. So the question that I'm going to show you right here is, what was the result of the Air Force research? That'll be regarding Wednesday's assignment. But first, I'm going to tell you a story about this guy, Todd Rose. So Todd Rose, he is now a professor at a very important university. He is a Harvard professor.
Oh.
But before he became a Harvard professor, he did this. He dropped out of high school. Who could tell me what that means? He dropped out of high school. What does that mean?
So that means that he didn't finish high school?
Yeah, he didn't finish high school.
Teacher.
Yeah, he left high
Yes,
school
nephew?
before finish.
Is fake story?
Nope.
Myth?
Nope, very real. So he did not finish high school, and he is now a professor at Harvard.
Oh.
But he eventually did finish. But here was the situation. When he was in high school, he had problems reading. Every time he looked at words on a page, he couldn't process anything in his mind. And teachers tried to help him, but nothing was working. And his grades got so bad, the school told him, you will have to leave or repeat many years worth. And he left. He was so embarrassed, he just had enough of school. He left. So he got one of these. He got a minimum, I'll write it right here. He got a minimum wage job. Who knows what that means? Minimum wage. Yeah, Adi.
So that's like the less you can get paid at a job.
Yeah, yeah, the lowest possible pay legally. And then he had a girlfriend. Here's a girlfriend. He was young. And one day the girlfriend, her belly got bigger.
Oh.
And then they had a little person. So when they had the baby, he got a second minimum wage jobs, 2. And then he got his girlfriend pregnant again. 2 babies, 2 minimum wage jobs. That was his life. Good job, Todd. And he was only 19 years old. And he had not finished high school. So he thought, I got to try going back to school. So this is an adult education program. He entered a high set program. That's to get your general education certificate, your high school equivalency test. He tried a few different things to help him learn. And he realized that he actually could learn all those things that he wasn't understanding in high school. He tried different ways. And then he learned that he was actually pretty good at studying. He was really good at it. And then he started getting really high scores on exams that he was taking. And then he entered community college, and he did very well because he was studying his own way. And then he decided to apply with his 2-year degree to Harvard. Kind of crazy. And he got in. And then he did so well at Harvard, they gave him an opportunity to finish his master's, and then he became a professor and he got his PhD. And that's where he is now. And he's an education researcher. So he tells a story in this lecture about his own journey going from being a dropout to a Harvard professor. And he tells a story comparing a research done by the United States Air Force. And this is what you want to discuss on Google Classroom on Wednesday. So I'm going to stop recording right now, but you want to take a listen, and I'll stop recording this part of the story.